Hello all, welcome back. Today I am going to talk about gratitude and getting back to basics. First thing is I'm just going to tell you the three things that I'm grateful for. First, therapy. Second, my body. Third, my support system. Just three of the many things that I'm grateful for. Next, I'm going to talk about just the fun things that have been going on. One of the fun things that's going on in my life right now, and that is I've started to go to a little dinner at a local restaurant that's connected. Well, it's a restaurant, but it's not like a restaurant that's open with like regular business hours. It's connected to the school that's in my town. And I've just really enjoyed, I've gone 3 times. It's only open during like the school semester, but I've like kind of reconnected with some ladies. It's part of a larger group that I joined on Facebook, and it's just been really fun to get together and meet new people and just get out, just by myself without like the kids or, things like that. So it's just been really good time um, meeting new people and trying new food because the people that know me well know that I have kind of the palate of like a 6 or 7 year old. I, love uh, chicken nuggets, hamburgers, pizza, fries, tacos, all those like simple. I'm not like, I don't ever think I've ever even tried oysters. So I'm just very, I guess, not very adventurous on my eating. So I'm going there and trying to be more adventurous with my eating. So that's just been one thing that I've been doing that I've been really enjoying. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. Next, I'm just going to touch base with you all. If you have joined me here before, you've known the last few months have been challenging for me, health-wise and just different things. And so I was at therapy today, and today I'm having a good day. Mentally, I feel strong, and I am centered and grateful and just having a better day than I've had in a while. So when I was at therapy, that was, came through, and we were talking, and I was just talking about being in like a feminine energy. So it's a little woo woo, but it's something that I truly believe. Before I started my self help, my self growth, I was very much in a more masculine energy, and I didn't know how to like let go. So the biggest thing for me, that the one, I guess, psalm that I really clung to and grew with was "Be still and know that I am God." That was me just trying to tell myself to be still. Don't, because I was just so, I like try to push things and make things happen and just was impatient. Didn't really believe in, like, it's not that I didn't believe in divine timing, but I didn't like embrace it and just like breathe and just realize that my stillness was actually strength, and the calm was actually strength, and just sitting back and receiving and sitting back and just being open to trusting that life is going to work out and that I was going to be okay, and that there wasn't anything, you know, that I could do, or, like I could do things, like I needed to take care of myself and all those kind of things, but I didn't need to try to force things. And I think before, I was inadvertently, I didn't know I was doing it, but I was trying to force things, trying to make things happen. And so when I started the journey, it was just like, we're just going to let go. Again, goes back to the let them. And I wasn't really good at that. And part of that was just being still, just literally stop talking, stop forcing, just let it go. There's no other way to say it other than just be still. So that's one of the things that I've really, really tried to lean back into here, like in the last couple of days. I'm not even going to say like, I literally just like an aha moment. Like, we need to get back to basics. And what the number one thing that I started this journey with was be still. And so I just wanted to share that for me, just being still, breathing, journaling, prayer, all that is just part of being still. It's part of just accepting that life isn't always going to look like what I want it to look like, but that it is all working out for my greater good. So which leads me to the second thing, that in that stillness I realized and brought a whole lot of like power and I don't know if power is the word, but it brought a whole lot of peace, is what is meant for me will not miss me. If it is meant to be, it will not miss me. And I think that in that stillness, I realized life is going to work out, and what is supposed to be in my life, what is not supposed to be in my life, all that is, it's all going to be okay. It's all working out for my greater good. And yes, you do have to put the work. You can't just sit back and do nothing. Of course, you have to take care of yourself, take care of your body, make sure that you're making good choices and that you're, not putting yourself in danger, obviously. Like that, I say obviously, but sometimes that's harder than, I still struggle with the food stuff and the exercise stuff. I still continue to struggle with that. But I mean, as long as you're trying to be better, you're putting your best foot forward, you are like, I have to continue to say, even if it's not a great day today, there's good moments, and we have to focus on the positive and, sit in that gratitude and sit in that stillness, because as long as I'm doing that, as long as I'm trying to be the best version of myself, and, just that's really important. And so just remembering that if it's meant to be, it will be. And some people like go further into that and it's like it's fate or it's, destiny or whatever. I don't know if I would necessarily go so far as to say like it's predestined. I don't know my thoughts on that. I struggle with that because I do believe in like free will and all that. So I don't know if I believe like that your life is going to be like it's a movie that's already written. I don't know if I believe that. I feel like it's fluid. I feel like it can change. I feel like, but whatever you're working with, whatever you're putting out there is what you're going to get back. And I truly believe that you get what you get. You get what you give, and that life is really, I think it's connected to the work that you're doing. So the work that you're doing, the effort that you're making, all that kind of stuff, like, because it's coming from a good place, a place of growth, a place of, like self-awareness and trying to, be like the best version of yourself. And I think that as long as you're doing all that, that's where it all works out for your greatest good, and what is meant to be in your life will come about. But I don't know if I would go so far as to say it's like fate and predestined. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make any sense, but that's how I feel. So I just wanted to talk about those two things, about just like those two things are like getting me back to basics, like telling myself again, reframing and saying, hey, be still, stop talking, don't force things, don't try to have like, because one of the things I try to do is just have these huge, long, in-depth conversations to try to understand people and have them understand me. And sometimes you just have to let like life kind of happen and just organically figure it out. And if those conversations happen, great, but I'm really bad about like wanting to force them, like, hey, let's talk. So I'm trying to just be like, be still. Just let life come to you. Receive. Be in that receiving place, in that positive place. And one of the things that comes with that is that self-love and that, hey, I'm worthy, I'm enough. And the third thing that brings me to is to be authentically you. I have and continue to struggle with being authentically me. I have said before, but I'm a recovering people pleaser. I tend to want to like help everybody else feel comfortable, um, put myself last, not speak my needs. That is not healthy. That is not going to make me happy. In the long run, it is going to cause me more pain. So while at the same time that I need to be still, that I do also have to take responsibility and be assertive or whatever when it's completely necessary. Like, I can't ignore my needs, you know? And if that means removing myself from a situation or having a conversation with somebody to check in or clarify, then do that. But, you know, not every single situation requires a huge conversation. And I'm talking about for me. This is what, and at the same time, to be authentically me, and I am a communicator, I am a talker. So if I have thought about it and really like journaled about it and it's still something that, hey, it's heavy on my heart, then I'm going to be authentically me and have a conversation, but not in that emotional state of like either anger or pain or hurt or, you know, frustration. You know, take some time, really think about it. Like I said, be still, think about things, and then just be authentically you. Say, hey, this is what I'm feeling, and this is how, you know, I'm processing it. And if you have to check in with a person to clarify, then that's good. You know, connection is a lot about being connected with people's vulnerability. And that vulnerability is scary, and it opens you up to pain and rejection and hurt at times. But that rejection is just a redirection. It's okay. Um, you know, because if you needed to hear that, it's better. I've always said, like, I would rather hear the really hard, like kind of hard truth than the pretty lie. I don't need the pretty lie. That doesn't benefit me. It doesn't serve me. So if being authentically myself creates a situation in which somebody is removed from my life, that's what needs to happen, and that's okay. Um, because before, it was just when people didn't accept me or left my life, or I, you know, we just kind of drifted apart. I took it so personally, like, what did I do? I didn't, you know, do enough, or I did too much or whatever. And I just finally, you know, have had to, you know, continuously remind myself that, you know, not everybody's going to be in your life forever, and that's okay. And being authentically me is the only thing that's going to serve those who truly love me and want to be in my life. That's the only way it's going to be healthy, and the only way that we are going to help each other. And the people that I'm the closest to, and the people that I continue to like, don't leave my life, I am authentically myself. And they know, hey, Veronica, sometimes she be trying to have these deep conversations. And don't get me wrong, they're like, you know, they remind me not everything needs a big conversation. And so I appreciate that honesty. I appreciate, like, check yourself, you know, because I don't need a bunch of yes people. That's not growth. That's not healthy. So, but I do also have to give grace to myself and say, we're going to be authentically you. Even if at times when I'm in like I'm in right now, in a really hard moment and in a really hard place emotionally, and I just think I'm too much. People are not gonna, they're gonna leave me. They're gonna get tired of me. You know, that those are the narratives, those unhealthy narratives that I tell myself, and then I have to pray, journal, and calm down and realize that being authentically me is going to bring in the people who can be authentically them, and they're going to know that I'm a safe space for them, and I'm going to accept them. And our humanity and the vulnerability that we share is why the connection is genuine. And so that is something that I have continued to struggle with, especially here recently, finding that balance between being authentically me and at the same time being still, and at the same time accepting and knowing that whatever's meant for me will find me. And if it's supposed to leave, let it go. So yeah, that's my spiel for today. It's just a bunch of thoughts that I wanted to share. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope it's helped somebody. Um, Thank you for being here. Please share if it's been helpful, comment, let me know if there's anything that you really like resonated with or like related to. I love to hear from you. I would love to grow this community, and I'm just, for those of you who have been here from the beginning, thank you. And I will see you next time. And just reminding everybody out there who's watching that you are whole, perfect, and worthy simply for being you. And until next time, hasta la luna.